Tabitha.
Oh, I forgot I have crazy hair this morning. Let me fix my hair. Oh God. Oh God. I have crazy hair.
Oh, I'm gonna have mine colored and cut today.
I can't even stand looking at myself all day. That's the problem. I can't freaking stand it anymore. Terrible. So there's like 7 agents I forgot that are in, they're doing the CE credits this week. So they're in class Mondays and Thursdays. I think for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So they're not happy with me, but I told them I'm recording it and I will send it. Oh, she made it. She kicked her son off the computer.
I signed up for January, the first 2 weeks in January.
Yeah, yeah.
For some reason, I got
We have to and see if we're
9 at night. You're muted. You're muted.
So I mute. You're back. Now I have muted you and you muted yourself.
I got 3 more credits to go. I'm done. That's it. I've been just doing them, trying to keep up with them.
I'm done. I get mine done in Atlantic City. So last year I got mine done.
Well, I just keep on rolling because I have the title ones I have to do too, just to keep the license. So I just make sure I do some every month so I'm done.
Right.
I like them. I actually try to pick something we don't know.
Well, that's why I like to do them in Atlantic City, because then I choose what I want. Like I did the service pets, you know, so I learned a lot about that. You know, so that's what I love about that, doing it that way, because then I just choose the things I'm interested in and I want to bring back to everybody.
But did you see the news that they're putting certain restrictions on what comfort pets can be on their planes? Well, yeah, I mean, iguanas, snakes, you know, small horses, it doesn't work. Peacocks, you know.
Yeah, now they're saying dogs only.
Well, how about a cat, I would think too, as long as it can
No,
fit.
dogs only is what they're saying.
But here, they're kind of, as long as it can fit by your foot. What if I buy a seat, you know, like sit by your foot? That doesn't work. There's no room on those planes. Half of them are small buses.
My dog gives me anxiety. I just want everyone to know that, okay? It does not calm me down.
Now it's easy. Anybody can get a certification.
Yeah,
Anybody.
my daughter has the certification for her dog. For my granddaughter, actually, has the certification. The doctor gave it to her for
Hey guys,
worth dog.
Jerry lives.
Because where she lives, you weren't allowed to have a dog, but if it was a service dog, you could. So
Right, you can't discriminate.
She has the paperwork to show. You know, I don't know where that would get her, but they haven't kicked her out of the apartment yet.
If not, guess what? Carol's gonna get a dog.
No, not like that. Tinkerbell would not like that.
Tinkerbell, is that your cat's name?
Yes. It was Callie.
That's Buzz's name.
Liz, that's Buzz's.
Tinkerbell sassy.
Yeah.
Morning.
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 I'm showered and out of bed.
See, that was the whole point. 9:30.
I was on a meeting already.
I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud of you guys. All right, wait like 2 minutes and then we will get started. Thank you for joining me.
But my hair's still wet, Missy.
Oh, I can't tell because you're a little tiny box.
Okay.
You know you're in trouble from last night.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't read my Instagram response to you, did you?
No, I didn't.
While you were drinking wine, you were supposed to be on the meeting, on my training.
Oh.
Oh. Busted.
I was in line for like 3 hours getting tested again.
Oh.
I was around somebody, so
Oh.
and I didn't want the quick test because those are coming back false positives.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting on that to come back. That's why I missed my op time yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah.
3 hours.
Yeah. We don't want you in if you're not sure what you're feeling, for
Yeah.
sure.
One of the girls in my Rotary Club just had COVID, tested positive. Nothing. She had a small sinus infection. And of course,
So strange how it affects people so differently.
nothing. Nothing at all.
Thank God, right? Thank God.
Yeah.
Where is my, let me open this up.
I'm busted.
You're busted, lady. You and Fred are both busted.
Oh, I thought he was on there.
No.
He told me he was going on, little jerk.
He got you in trouble, see?
Asshole.
Don't hold back, Lauren.
That's what we like here. We want everybody to be themselves. All right, guys. So hopefully we want to stay engaged during this time. It's really, really important. Especially as the holidays approach, even if we don't realize it, our mindset starts to go to, oh, things are slowing down. Oh, let me clean out my closets. Let me take this time to wrap my presents, whatever the case may be. So it's just a mindset that we automatically all get. So, I'm hoping to keep us all on the right track, because everybody that is anybody is saying that we are going to have an amazing year next year. So want to make sure we start hitting the ground running in 2021. Okay. So on the first day of the state, my mentor coached to me to spend some focused time on your real estate database prior to 2021. So when I sit with agents and they tell me, and we talk about things that they want to accomplish in the new year, and I say, write down the top 3 things, everybody has their database as one of the top 3, or most, the high percentage of agents have that. Because, it's so hard to add that into your daily routine, especially when you get busy, right? We all know when we're busy with with clients, we can't do anything else. So, I'm just going to mute this because I hear a lot. Okay. So, so I want everyone, so we'll talk about what your task is for the day, but if you don't have a database, or if your CRM is lacking, take the time and add your contacts. Right now, you have a beautiful, beautiful thing, which is called your own virtual assistant. And that virtual assistant is your MyWiker KV Core platform. You literally have an assistant who is there to nurture your leads. So take advantage of that, okay? I know that we have the perception in our mind sometimes that we're bothering people, or what they say doesn't sound like us, or even sometimes the grammar is incorrect, right? All of these things that we that stops us from using the system. But the real thing is that people aren't looking at it like you are. People are not staring at it, looking at your grammar, taking the time to see, we overwhelm ourselves and we overthink things too much. You know what they say, keep it simple. And this is the simplest way. So if you do not really have a relationship with a contact, then add it to your campaign, your own virtual assistant, to keep in contact and nurture those leads. Take some time and find the courage to contact your database and qualify each by asking if they had a friend or family member buying and selling, who would they refer and recommend? Right? You really want to know if you're on the top of their mind. Stop feeling comfortable with a list of 300 names, addresses, phone numbers, and emails of people that you don't even know if they would even do business with you. Right? We all have that. So we really have to take the time. You have 3 weeks, 4 weeks ahead of you, right? That you claim are slower. Take the time to get your database in order, because once you do that, then maintaining it is a breeze. It's really about getting it in order that overwhelms us, not the maintenance part of it. So the very thought of organizing your real estate client database may elicit a feeling of panic as you think about the current state of your database. Or if you don't even have a database and you haven't started, right? But don't fret. Organizing it is easy once you know how. The hardest part is just starting. The benefits are too big not to, period. Okay? So what I always suggest to people when we're doing things is you start from now. You don't start from 10 years ago when you started a business, You don't start from 5 years ago. You don't look back to last year. You start now and you move back, because these are your clients that you're working with now are going to be the ones that are going to hopefully do something in the near future. So search alerts and hashtags. I know this is probably where people are going to start shutting me down, right? Once I say search alerts and hashtags, that's when our mind says, oh my God, that's too complicated for me. I can't do this, and I'm just going to move on. I'll listen to her today, but once I get off there, I'm just going to move on to something else. These are critical to successful conversion of your contacts and closings. Something that everyone is familiar with is getting your new or existing contacts set up on searches so that they will continue to visit your website to review new and updated properties that match their interests. Okay, so the whole premise of our database being integrated with our websites is that we want to drive more people to our websites. The more people we drive to our websites, the more behavioral searches we will find out what they're looking for, how much information that they provide to us when they're looking at it, right? So this really helps us. So we already have the technology in place. We just have to put it to use, okay? And one of the beauty of this is you do these things once. Yeah, you can go back and change things here and there, but you're not going back every day and going through your whole database and changing things, right? So it's really about getting situated with search alerts and hashtags. That's huge in our new world of technology and CRMs. So one of the easiest ways, oopsies, I'm trying to move your little faces over. One of the easiest ways of generating business is simply working your database. The typical realtor earns 13% of their business from repeat clients and 17% through referrals. And this number only grows the longer you're in business if you stay in touch, right? So if you talk to someone like Carol, or you talk to someone like Angie Vorostek, or you talk to someone like Jackie Skura, right? They would probably tell you 80% of their business now comes from referral business, right? But they've been in the business 25 years and more. So they've grown that. So it's not something that happens overnight. So in the first 2 years, you don't really see a big return, right? Or any return. And this is what I was talking about yesterday about consistency and continuing to do the right thing day after day after day, even if no one's there clapping for you, even if you're not seeing the results right away, it's going to happen if you keep doing it, the same thing over and over again. So in 3 to 5 years is when you start getting a return on your referrals and repeat clients, right? The 6 to 15 years, and then 16 years plus. So you see how leads and other take up your first 2 years. So that's when you're just really meeting people on open houses. You're meeting people, at friends' houses or at events and activities. When we used to be able to do that through your farming efforts, through your marketing efforts, through your social media efforts, right? That's like the internet leads that are coming in right now, right? So there we want to get all those leads that are long-term or we have an established relationship with into our CRM. Then in 3 to 5 years, if we continually work on our CRM and we continually follow up with our database, we're going to see a nice bump in our repeat clients and our referral clients. And then 6 to 15 years, more of that to where more of our business comes from referrals and repeat clients than leads and other. And that's what we all want, right? We want to get that phone call. Hi, I'm thinking about listing my house. Hi, I was referred to you. Hi, I'm looking to buy a home. Versus those leads that we're like chasing after, or we feel like we are now, right? So tagging every lead with the source gives you valuable insight into your best lead sources and can help determine how you contact them or how often you contact them, right? When adding leads, always start with your most recent and go back. If you do it the opposite way, you will miss out on opportunities that may be ready now. So you always start from now. So does everybody on this call have a CRM or some type of database that they're using? Even if it's an Excel spreadsheet, is there something that everybody is using that you have in place? Maybe I'm not asking you if it's up to date, or I'm not asking you if it's up to your standards of what you would like it to be. Just asking if you have something.
Yes.
Have a Rolodex on your desk. I don't care what you have, right? When I was in the Randolph office, we had a Rolodex. So when someone called in, we went through the Rolodex to find that person's number. I don't know if you guys remember that. I'm sure Carol does. Those darn Rolodexes. So anyway, now we've moved a lot further, right? So it's really, again, about setting that time aside and making the time. So everybody needs to have a CRM in our business. You're a salesperson, whether you like to call yourself that or not. We are salespeople. Yes, we like to say we help people find their dream home. We help people find the American dream, right? We do that as well, but we are in essence salespeople. And I know people don't really love to say that word. So your assignment is, if you have contacts that need to be added and you have them in an Excel or CSV file, set time with Stephanie to add to your MyWiker, okay? If you need to organize your clients and add hashtags and campaigns, set time with Stephanie. Everybody see where I'm going here? Set a day and time weekly for your CRM. So right now, you should all put into your calendar, look at your calendars, that should all be set up based on the, what's upcoming with the holidays and maybe things that you have going on with family or friends and other, appointments that you have set up with your business, and set a day and time that you can sit down for, even if it's a half hour. Again, what we do is we overwhelm ourselves and think we have to spend a whole day working on something or 5 days working on something. If we break it down into small, manageable time frames, then we can easily accomplish it. So if a half an hour is what you're willing to do, then do a half hour. Half hour is better than nothing, right? So a half hour a week is manageable for anybody. If anybody here cannot find a half hour a week, then we need to have a private call after this to find out what you're doing every day that you can't fit a half hour in or an hour in, honestly. So this is the time to work on this as we're in the slower season. Come January 2nd, you want to hit the ground running. So we've already, I can share with you story after story after story. And in fact, what I think I'm going to do is start having an agent share a story each time of where their success is in our daily task, because I think it would probably resonate with you more if they're talking than me telling you all the time what's going on. But I can tell you that agents have had such success with the system when they've added the leads in and had them on a campaign. So many agents have come to me with different stories about even just getting a phone call from someone saying, "Hi, you just texted me about real estate." Well, actually, me and my wife bought our house last year. We redid the whole thing. We didn't realize it was too small for us. She's pregnant with her second kid. This is a true story. Would you come out and take a look at it? And the agent got a listing from something they didn't even, again, they just did a boost, got some leads from social media. This lead was put into their database. The database automatically nurtured them. And that person got the text from this agent and said, "This is the time that I need," it was just the perfect timing, and they call that agent back. So this is what I'm saying. When you're busy next year, which you all are going to be super, super busy, you want to have the system working for you behind the scenes. Okay? It's really, really important.
Missy, if you're working with somebody already, you don't need to have them in the CRM, right?
Yes, you do. Absolutely. 100. Everybody should be in your CRM. Now, maybe, Jerry, you don't want to have them on an active campaign because you're actively talking to them every day, or you're actively in contact with them. Okay, so that's the difference. But every single person your family, your friends, your sphere, people who love, know, and trust you. Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody should be in your CRM. Everybody.
Okay. I like what you said before, because I somewhere along the line, I just don't know where to start. And when you said start from today and work out from there, I think that'll help me a lot.
Yes, absolutely. Listen, if you say, you know what, I'm going to put 5 contacts in my CRM a day. I'm going to get up, I'm going to exercise, I'm going to eat my breakfast, take my shower, get dressed, set time aside for my business, and I'm going to put 5 aside a day. Like, this is what I'm, that's a small, doable task that everybody can do, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, don't say, oh, I have to spend 100 the next day, every day until Christmas, putting, getting my CRM together. That's not realistic, and no one's going to do that. It's going to overwhelm you, and instead you're going to shut down and do nothing. So, whatever it is, 5 a week, 5 a day, half hour a week, whatever you know that you can realistically do that doesn't overwhelm you, and you're like, oh, that's easy, I can do that, then that's what you need to do. Okay? But it's so, so important. Like, you have the system here. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of your own personal assistant following up on your behalf. Okay. So the other thing I just want to show you real quick is what happens when you have your system set up properly is you have calls that you make every day. Don't look at mine, it'll overwhelm you. So I have 36 calls I have to make today. Now, if I did it on a daily basis, I would have up to 10 a day. Okay. But I spend more time calling you guys than I call my database. So my database obviously is not buyers and seller clients. My database is other agents. It's recruiting clients. Okay, so that's who I set tasks for myself to remind myself to call them back or check in on them. Maybe they're taking their exam, right? And I want to make sure. I would never remember that next week Peter is taking his exam, because when Peter and I are having that conversation and I'm listening and I'm engaged, the minute I get off, someone comes to me with a problem, I'm putting out a fire, and by then I forgot it, right? So that's just, again, human nature. So the beauty of being able to go into here and see all these are my tasks for today. So you see I have 4 that are due today, and then these are the rest that are a little bit out. So if I just give them a call, set the time, my conversation goes right in there while I'm speaking to them. And it's so easy. So let's say Annette, I hit new call. Now you can call right from the system, which is what I do, because I do have my own smart number, or you can just hit log call and call their phone number and log in the notes and then hit contacted or not home. And if I have a good conversation with them, but they're not ready to meet with me, then I schedule a call for a month or 2, and then it goes to my task, and then it ends up on my screen. Now, I don't want to get too into things with you, because then you're going to get overwhelmed again. You're going to be like, I don't know what she said. And right. So I tend to go a little further than I should. And I understand that it's overwhelming. So really all I'm asking you to do is get your contacts in your CRM. That is your task for today. Or set a time aside moving forward of how much time you're going to invest in getting your contacts in your CRM. Okay.
Hey, when you call now, when you said call, that's from the smart number or your smart number.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I interject, Missy, a little?
Yep. Please.
Hi. So what happens is if you call from your computer, if you click call on the contact screen from your computer, what will happen is you will get a phone call on your cell from the smart number. So put the smart number in as smart number, so when you get the call, so you'll know that it's not spam, it's actually a call. So what will happen is if you answer, the phone will put you on hold, and it will attempt to contact the person you're trying to call. If that person answers their phone, it can be a landline or a cell phone, doesn't matter. If they answer the call, you'll be connected right away and you'll start talking. So have in mind your script for those types of calls, like, hi, this is Deb from Weichert, just wanted to reach out. So make sure you have that script ready to go, because it's going to be instant as long as the person answers. On the other hand, if you have the app on your cell phone, which I hope you do, so it's the My Weichert app, if you can actually call directly from your cell phone, so there's no smart number interference there. So it will just be literally a call, but the cool thing about that is it logs it for you in the smart CRM for you, and it also records the call. So you're able to go back and re-listen to the call if you want to, which is cool.
If I call from my cell phone, is it my cell phone number that's showing up or the smartphone number?
Your cell phone number, but if you call from the computer, it's the smart number that the person sees.
I know, and they don't
So
answer.
it's more anonymous. Sometimes you want that though, right? Sometimes you want to be anonymous to a person for whatever reason. Maybe it's a very cold lead and they don't know you, or whatever the case may be. You might get somebody. this is kind of a shot in the dark with the smart number, but that's the only way for the computer to call somebody, because your computer is not a cell phone. It doesn't have capability of making a phone
Okay.
call for you.
Okay, I have a spam filter on my phone. I don't get, it says potential spam. I don't even answer.
You have to add it to your OK list. So call your Verizon or
Okay.
whoever you use
Okay,
and tell them that you want to add that onto your OK list, so it doesn't
Okay.
come up as spam.
good enough. Thank you.
Yeah, so I'll show you real quickly, just in case you want to see. So I'm going to call Stephanie. So it says new call, and I'm going to hit call down here, and then watch my phone. If you could see, can you see me? Let me find me. Okay, there. So I have it in as my Waker Smart number. See, and it calls me when I hit. So he said 1 minute while we connect your call. Now he's going to call Stephanie. Okay,
On
so
your
now
app.
it's logged. Yep. So then once I talk to Stephanie, I just say,
And my coming up is Missy Iamello because I have entered Missy in her
my smart number
as
in
her.
her phone. Yeah.
As her. So it works.
Okay. So then I put spoke to Steph, whatever my thing is, and contacted. And then if I want to schedule a new call with Steph, I could hit schedule a call. I put in what I want to do. I usually follow up, the call date and the time. And then it ends up on that day on that side, on this call, So that's how it ends up. If you do it with the smart number on here. Okay. But again,
But also on the app, the same thing will happen. When the call is over, you'll get a screen that comes up what happened on that call, the same, but just the mini
yes,
version.
right. To register it.
I have a quick question. If I text from the laptop, can I have it come from my cell phone as well?
No.
Like I do on an app or no?
No, for the same reason I just said, the computer does not have the capability
Okay,
of making
gotcha.
a call or an SMS text.
Gotcha. All right.
But if you text from your mobile app,
You have a choice. Yeah.
you have a choice, right? You can
Correct.
either text from your smart number. Again, it's for anonymous purposes. If you want to
Gotcha.
be shady and be anonymous, you can text from your smart number, or you can text from your cell phone from the app.
Yeah, I do that. When they don't answer me anymore, I do it that way.
Right. This way,
Okay.
you get two chances.
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you.
All right, so what I want each of you to do, because in order for you to be accountable for what we're going over today, I can't leave you to your own devices and say, okay, go off and make a plan. I need each of you to text me or email me or text me, however you'd like to do it, and tell me what you have, my brain just stopped.
What have you done for me
What
lately?
you're planning, yes. So if you're going to commit a half hour a week, if you're going to commit a half hour a day, if you're going to do 5 a day, whatever it is, I need you to text or email me what your plan is moving forward so that I could hold you accountable for what you're saying you're going to do. Otherwise, you're going to just think that you're to your own devices. You're going to be like in your own little safety zone and be like, she doesn't know. So if I don't do it today, it doesn't matter. Only I know I'm a bad person and I'm on the naughty list. Right? So I need you to do that. I need everybody to commit to one time for the next 4 weeks, a week. Okay? Like I said, it could be 5 a week. I don't care what it is. I just want it to be something that you're going to commit to get you started for the new year so that now you're getting into a good daily habit or a good weekly habit with your CRM. Okay? And I really would love you all to commit to more time with Stephanie, but because when you do that, it changes everything, especially with your CRM. Okay? Does anybody have any questions?
I actually have a question for everybody on the call.
Mhm.
Who can benefit by maybe a 20 minute group tutorial on Excel? How many, it's kind of like everybody's or a few people on here that could benefit, just the basics.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, okay. All right, so let me put something together maybe for next week. I'll do a 15-20 minute, obviously opposite the 12 days of Christmas video, I'll do it some other time next week. And just go through the basics of how to add people, how to, you know, save, do, you know, the little things in Excel that maybe somebody doesn't know. I'll do that, guys. Thanks.
I'd love to see everybody at one time and take attendance so I know who you are and I know that you owe me an email or a text. How's that?
I already have somebody who just texted me.
No, see, good job.
Pressure's on.
So,
I have a related question with when we use the call realty. Some of those contacts, they show as DNC, do not call list. How do we approach those? Can we still make a phone call or?
No, delete them. Delete them from the list.
I say
don't even
something different.
bother.
I say something different, but I'm on a recording now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I say you call, and if they say, I'm sorry, I'm on the do not call list, you say, I'm so sorry to bother you, I will take you off my list, and you hang up.
Yeah.
I don't even know that there's a do not call list that exists anymore.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. Give it a try.
I would say call everybody.
Go
Call
for
everybody.
it.
Easy.
Don't be afraid.
But we don't get a fine if we call.
I've
Well,
never
don't
known anyone to
continue-
get a fine.
don't
Even in the
continue.
height of the time when we were in like 10, 15 years ago, when there really was a do not call list, we never got fined. That's what we would say. We would say,
Okay,
because it
true.
happened, you would call someone, you didn't have the capability of a DNC next to a number. And back then there were real do not call lists out there. Like there was real federal lists out there. And we would just sit and simply say, I'm so sorry to bother you. I would take you off my list. Have a great day, and hang up. You know, you don't continue to say anything
Harass.
to them, like you don't torture them. But I would say call. Just call.
Okay, but also when Carlos, Patty, when you guys download the Cole Realty list,
Yes.
if you click on telemarketing only,
Yes.
it won't even dump those into the list. It will get rid of them before you
Yeah, but-
even dump it.
Yeah, but what happened is that I did that and I got only 5 from a street that I did the hangers, the door
Again,
hangers.
Yeah, it's not the most perfect service in the world. That's kind of what I was saying, is that I don't really know where Cole Realty get their information from. I guarantee they're probably, you know, members of all sorts of like tax databases and whatnot, and they pull those lists. A lot of people move. There's no new owners, or the new owners aren't registered. Whatever the case may be, you know, it never changes ownership. Whatever happens, that's what I was told by the higher ups at Weichert, is that it's not perfect. You know, it's kind of a starting point. I mean, really, at that point.
Gotcha.
Missy, quite a while ago, I guess it was last year when I did, I filled in with some of the training for you. They said that Weichert was working on getting us some kind of a list of cell phone numbers.
Cole
That's what
Realty
this
was. Cole Realty did add cell phone numbers and emails now.
They're there, yeah.
Very
They're
sporadic.
there. Yeah,
So they are
it's there.
there.
Yeah, it's there. Again, it's not perfect. It's not perfect because if somebody stops using an email address, Cole Realty probably doesn't find out that info.
Right. It's not
You know, it might be a
instantaneous
debt. It might be
information.
a lot of bounces. Again, it's a place to start. It's not perfect. But, you know, I don't stand behind it 100%.
Okay.
All right, guys. So unless you have any other questions, it's 10 o'clock. I want to be respectful of your time because I want you to join me for the next 11 days. Don't forget your task to text me and email me, or Stephanie, your commitment to getting your database up to date. And I will share my slides with you and the recording as well. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys.
So we meet again tomorrow.
Tomorrow, 9:30. Yep. For
Okay.
day 2.
I'll be there. See,
See you
That's all
tomorrow,
that
Jerry.
matters to me, Jerry. That's all that matters to me, is that you're there.
I'll be there.
Bring
Have
the
a
beer.
good day, guys.
Thank you. Tomorrow, Jerry.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Missy.